I never thought that I would make good friends in Australia because when I first went there for the first 2 years, I had no mates. No one was really nice to me. Like, I had a few friends, but I didn't really fuck with them that heavy. They weren't like my boys. They were just kind of like, people that I speak to. I wasn't that close with them. I thought that I would never really make some good friends, but I knew that that was bullshit, that your thoughts don't matter. That's what I thought. Who the fuck cared what I thought? Because I ended up making some really fucking good friends. One of which is literally coming to visit me in Hong Kong in a week. His flight's booked. Now, I can tell you, bro, for an absolute fact, if I had the power of hindsight, if I was friends with Harry Hindsight, he could just tell me, he's the smartest guy alive. He could just tell me, yeah, of course you were going to make friends. But you're never going to have that, bro. That's why the only people who can get successful in any realm, like even in just like making good quality friends, if we call that success, are the guys who just ignore their thoughts and just say, oh, it's possible. Like, maybe my thoughts don't matter. Even if your thoughts do like have like some significance, just don't pay attention to them, because if you do, you're completely cutting off any opportunity for you to make good friends. But honestly, bro, thoughts don't really matter at all. Some of the best nights out started with I don't think I can. Some of the best stories started with I'm in such a bad mood. No one likes me. Oh, this girl won't like me. Anyways, that was my first piece of advice. Let me get into my video. I'm Finn and I help young guys kill it in their fucking social life, bro. And I want you to have everything you've dreamed of socially, because that's what I have and that's what I want to teach you. I may not be famous. I may not be rich. And I may not like just have girls coming up to me nonstop and guys just like absolutely glazing me for no reason. I kind of have that second part. But I have the closest thing to that for like a pretty normal dude. People come up to me, compliment me. I remember one time I was with a girl, fucking 10 dudes came up to me like, oh, this guy gave me a Lamborghini. This guy gave me 100K. It's so easy when you become like a nice guy. And then I remember the girl was like, wow, who are you? Like, well, how does everyone know you? And it went really well with that girl, just so you know. So let me move on to my next point, bro. The reason that you're not taking... Okay, it's a new point. If you want to improve in something and you're self-doubting yourself, that's actually a really fucking good thing, mate. I got to the point about half a year ago where I'd bulked up to 97 kilos. And my friend said, dude, you're fat. I'm like, no. I genuinely thought like, oh, I'm still getting bigger. Which is true. Like, there's an element of truth because I know I'm hardworking enough to cut down later and I was bulking, and bulking is good for the first few years. But I was getting fat. I never lost a bit of weight until I looked in the mirror one day and I said, you know what? You are fat as fuck, Finn. I said that to myself. You're fat as shit. This was recently. I said, I'm disgusted. I said, I can't even look you in the mirror. It's a shame. I'm ashamed of you. And I lost more weight and now I can look in the mirror again, bro. Because when you have enough self-hatred for a certain version of yourself, combined with enough self-love knowing you can do the right things, you get this awesome combo where you can do pretty much anything you want. Trust me, I have never achieved anything if I wasn't pissed off at where I was, because you don't rise to your highest expectations of yourself. You fall to your lowest standards. And if we never think that what happens to us is deserved, then we can never raise our standards, because we'll never take accountability and we'll never own what happens to us. And what I mean is, if we could just raise our standards, say, I would be disgusted if I was over 95 kilos. Let's say you're like 5'8" and you're not like super jacked. Then it's pretty like a fat weight. So if you say to yourself, I would be disgusted to be that weight, your lowest standard rises. You don't fall below your lowest standard, mate. And if you do, it's temporary. Because when you start, if you're at a phase where you're not doing perfectly in life and you start to hate where you are, trust me, you get some good habits going. It might even take a few years for some people. One day, when you finally get like the work ethic rolling, you will never go back. You will just keep pushing, you keep improving, and you keep getting in a better shape. This year I got really fucking sick. I can't quite describe it. I've done some tests lately, but instead of saying, oh, I couldn't do anything this year, which I did fail myself, I still like managed to pull through. I had a journal of how can I feel better? What's the perfect diet that I can follow? Maybe I don't go out for 4 or 5 months. I did everything that I thought I could do perfectly. Like I genuinely did 8:30 bedtime. I was really, really hard working. It didn't really fix everything, but I'm still going to take some accountability. Maybe it would have been better if I just went to the doctor earlier. Then I went and did more tests. Because the only way you can improve is if you say, you take it on the chin. Oh, yeah. You cop it on the chin and you say, yeah, you know what? It is my fault. Even if it's kind of unfortunate. Because all you can do is control things in your power. You might as well take responsibility for things, even if it's not really your fault. I learned this from somebody else, but I think it's really applicable to the self-doubt concept. Because if you don't think that you deserve where you are in life, fuck, I fully lost my point. Anyways, I'm gonna move on to the next point. I'm just saying, bro, you're always gonna have horrible thoughts in your life. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it apart from, like, I don't know, you want a gratitude journal every day? Go for that. Like I did that, that helped. But I don't even think it's a bad thing to have bad thoughts, bro. Because it's fuel. It's like, it's anger, it's emotion. And if you have it, you have a gift. It's like ADHD. If you have ADHD, that means you can be obsessed with something 100 times more than anybody else really could be who didn't have ADHD. So why would you, be upset you have ADHD when you have one of the, like, a lot of really, really successful entrepreneurs are obsessed as shit. Maybe, yeah, you need to improve your attention span, meditate, etc. But, a lot of gift can come with these kinds of things. You're always going to have horrible thoughts. If you have them now, they're not going away for a while unless you fix your mental health and shit. And it might get better, and the horrible thoughts you have might get more productive, like, oh, I need to go in the gym. But there's some progress, you might start to be a bit more self-encouraging, healthy inside. But for now, fuck it, we ball. I fucking hate where I am in life. I'm very proud of where I am, but I fucking don't want to stay here a second longer. I want to keep improving. And I mean that. I'm not saying that for my channel. Like, I would be pissed. I would be infuriated if I was still here in a year. Even in 3 months, if I was still here in this similar position, if I had made progress, I would be fucking infuriated, bro. That's real, mate. That's my real emotion. I don't really say it out loud a lot, unless it's my close friends, but own it. Own where you are in life. Take accountability. Get angry at where you are, and then make a plan, and you will succeed. If you want my help with the social side of things, making some good friends, because maybe that, honestly, bro, maybe it's not you being fat. Maybe you just want to have some good mates. That's like mainly what my videos are about. This was a bit more like work, motivational type shit. But I would love for more people in my course. I might start doing group calls soon. You can get a free call with me if you're on the fence about buying. It's only $15 a month though, bro. Like, just buy it for 1 month and see how it is. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. Yeah, that's it. Have a good one.